happened on Friday afternoon local time in Christchurch, which is the city in New Zealand's South Island. Two mosques were attacked, the Al Noor Mosque and the Linwood Mosque. They're a few kilometres apart, but really both pretty close to the centre of the city. There were a lot of people out on the streets in the city centre. There'd been a demonstration about climate change. Many children were on the streets. But as the authorities have said, schools were put into lockdown, but that's since been lifted. There's now obviously a heavy police presence across the whole of the city. But this happened during Friday prayers. There would have been a lot of people in these two mosques. Witnesses at the Al Noor Mosque described how a man in military style, camouflage, and carrying an automatic rifle went into the mosque and shot people apparently at random, and the account suggests that it went on for some time. So it sounds absolutely horrific. One detail as well is that the Bangladesh cricket team, who were due to play a test match in Christchurch starting tomorrow, they were turning up at the mosque as this happened. So it seems that they experienced something of a lucky escape.
I spoke, in fact, to a reporter who was with them earlier this morning. He was visibly upset, shaking. He described the scene. He said he saw dead bodies, and now they're back in their hotel, really trying to come to terms with what happened today in New Zealand, as is the rest of the country, because we understand as well that such attacks could take place not just in Christchurch but elsewhere. But what was very interesting and in fact disturbing about this attack today is that we understand that there was live footage on Twitter and on Facebook, and we heard there from the Prime Minister of New Zealand calling on the population to not share these images. She said, don't give oxygen to this kind of acts of violence, to this kind of hate crime.
Yes, and those calls are also echoed by New Zealand Police. The New Zealand Police Commissioner was speaking earlier, and he said he'd seen this social media footage. He described it as very disturbing. It shouldn't be in the public domain, and they were doing everything they can to remove it. Facebook in New Zealand have also made a statement saying they were alerted to this video and took it down as soon as they could, but clearly it has been circulated. It goes on for several minutes. Reports, yes, say that there was also a manifesto published allegedly by the suspect, which is being investigated, but the police can't confirm the veracity of all that.